What's up, heathens? How are you guys doing today? I'm doing pretty good. So today we have comments. Everybody loves comments. I know you guys do. So if you love comment reactions and whatnot, be sure to subscribe now. We post comments every Wednesday. But first, of course, we have to get to the winner of the Dumbass of the Week from last week. And the winner is this dumbass right here. They had the dumbest comment that you guys voted on last week. So if you want to be part of the cool crowd that picks the dumbass comment, please comment below with which one you think is the dumbest of today's comments. On today's video, we have Donald Trump completely disproving climate change. Of course, a guy informs me that I'm an asshole yet again. A guy who was vaccinated informs us of the consequences of vaccination. And before the most recent SpaceX launch, the Flat Earthers completely let us know exactly how they would react. So if you're interested in these particular comments, be sure to stay tuned. Join me for that. But first, of course, comments of the day. Prepare to facepalm yourself in the next week. I will sing that every show. Alright. So this one's from our commander-in-chief here. He's gonna disprove global climate change right now. In the East, it could be the coldest New Year's Eve on record. Perhaps we could use a little bit of that good old global warming that our country, but no other countries, was going to pay trillions of dollars to protect against. Well, bundle up, motherfuckers. Okay, yeah, Donald thinks that weather is the exact same thing as climate. Weather is completely different than climate. Climate is the global climate of our planet. Our main concern is how fast the global temperature is rising. Our main concern is not the local weather. A lot of people think that global climate change is disproved by the fact that it still gets cold in places. But that is a symptom of global climate change. Our waters are getting warmer, like globally, and that's a bad thing. Ice shelves are melting, and we're losing a lot of ice. You can just see in the actual data that temperatures are rising, and that's causing a whole bunch of bad shit to happen. Just because you have a Twitter account and you're the president of the United States does not mean that this is correct. Next up on comments of the day, they're not gonna get better. Okay, well, they're gonna get a little bit better. Brandon, I got vaccinated as a kid. As a result, I'm now starting to gray and bald. My balding got so bad I had to shave my head. I've also gained weight. Because of vaccines, I have started aging instead of dying as a baby. Thanks, Obama. So, yeah, I mean, it starts off, like you think, oh, it's an anti-vax thing, but it, the end result of vaccines is aging. Not autism, as a lot of people like to suggest. So no, this guy's right. Vaccines cause aging. They cause you to get old, at least old enough to start denying that vaccines work. And that's sad. It's very, very sad. Oh, this is topical for tonight. That was no SpaceX rocket launch. Do you actually believe? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Believe that? Okay, so there's been a lot of speculation around the SpaceX launch, and I haven't really looked a lot into it, but basically people are suggesting that there was no weapon or something that was being fired off or something like that. I don't know, but what I do know is that this person is fucking Looney Tunes and laughing at people for watching the SpaceX launch, knowing that the SpaceX launch happened and everything like that. I mean, you just have to step back and then keep stepping back until you're very far away from that person. Joe, you need a serious history lesson. This country was built on the Christian religion, and laws were based around the Bible. Somewhere throughout the years, God was taken out of everything, and our forefathers are sure to be rolling in their graves. When God is taken out of everything, we are left with hell. And that's where we are today. I have to admit, this particular line of logic actually does kind of make sense for Christians. Because for Christians, hell is just being, like, absent from God. Like, being out of God's reach, being out of his presence and everything like that. That is what hell is in the Bible, depending on how you read it. But this person has taken it, has extrapolated it to somewhat of an extreme here in saying that, oh, we used to have God in our government, but now we've taken it out of our government, and so we're left with a hell government. We have United States of hell is what it is at this point for this woman. And I guess, you know, having some things that are not totally ingrained with God seems like hell to these people, because that's what they've been taught. They've been taught that anything absent of God is hell and demonic. I have to thank you, whoever the fuck, pink lady, purple lady, whatever the fucking color you got right now. I have to thank you, because now I feel like I understand the Christian point of view of saying, oh, the government's demonic, everything is just hellish, and you're demonic too. Like, I get it. Okay, so this was from my street preacher Joe on Tacitus. We talked about the historicity of Jesus and everything. But this person comes in, Jamie in Louisiana. Well, we will all know soon. You should consider at least we may be correct in your eternal home. You are spiritually blind, and so I understand your lack of understanding. I don't know, because they've broken up their... Casey said that she doesn't know what the fuck this person's saying. I don't know what this person is saying, because they've broken up their sentence to where it doesn't make sense. Like, you should consider at least we may be correct. Okay, I've considered that you guys might be correct, but I've also considered about the Muslims and the Jews and the Taoism, Buddhism. Any of those could be correct too. That's why I'm an atheist. And your eternal home, you didn't complete that thought there, lady. Yeah. Also, your tildes, or your, it's not tilde, it's ellipses. They suck. They've only got 2 dots. Sometimes I get a little overzealous with it and I hit 4, but I make sure I backtrack my shit and I put 3. Yeah, they're not just... They're not periods. I don't know what the fuck. But anyways, being spiritually blind, and so she understands my lack of understanding. I'm not spiritually blind. I just choose not to blindly accept the Bible and what Christians say, like Christian excuses for shit. Like I'm not so blind to reality that I take up this supernatural explanation rather than a real explanation. Dude, you're an asshole. I have to say, that perfectly describes my attitude on these particular kinds of things. I am an asshole at times. I admit that I'm an asshole. That's why I don't get mad when other people are assholes, because I'm an asshole. I know that I can be an asshole, but I feel like I'm an asshole at times that dictate for me to be an asshole. Like, for instance, in that moon phase thing, I was an asshole because the guy was dumb as fuck. And he was basically shitting on NASA. Personally, I feel like that deserves a bit of assholishness. George Anthony. Nazis didn't defect. Germany had lost the war. They were told, join NASA or hang. Okay, so I think I've managed to figure out what he's trying to say. None of the Nazis defected. Germany had lost the war, and so they were told to join NASA or hang. Well, yes, Nazis did defect. I mean, you don't have, like, just because Germans lost the war doesn't mean that they can't defect. Most of the scientists, I would say, did defect. Werner von Braun, he defected. And they weren't told either hang or join NASA. They were like, hey, help us out with these things, and then they eventually got worked into the program. It wasn't like, you know, they went through the whole Operation Paperclip first, and then they joined NASA. And it was of their own volition, not like either hang or, you know, what the fuck ever. Michelle, I love Michelle's comments. Commas, asshole! Aston guy. Yeah, white male beta cuck gone against historical fact. I slurp beer because it's supposed to be stupid. I'm doing it on purpose. Okay, so yeah, no, I'm not a white male beta cuck. First of all, I'm not a cuck. I don't like seeing people sleep with my significant other bed. So I mean, that's what a cuck is, and I'm not one of those. I'm also not very beta, considering that I have a Facebook page with like 130,000 followers on it. Not that that necessarily dictates whether or not I'm a beta, but I also feel like if you're a beta, you can't exactly lead a page like this, I would say. I don't know. Maybe I am. Who knows? Although I will admit he is right about one thing. I am a white male. Okay, yeah, I am white and I am male. Although, I am 1.8% Native American. Figured that out recently. I'm 1.8% whiter than this guy. Thank you, heathens, for making it to the end. I really appreciate it. If you will, go down below and leave your vote for the dumbass of the week. If you don't vote, there's no way to win the imaginary points I'll award to you next week. While you're down there, also smash that like button and subscribe if you like this kind of dumbass content. Don't forget to stand up and use your voice, and I will see you heathens later.